So you came back from your travel and you're ready to start submitting the report. There is also a mobile app to let you know this is what the symbol looks like. If you look it up in the Google Store or the Apple, I don't use I use Android, so I don't know about the Apple, but this should be the same symbol there. And you can use that app to scan your receipts. I know I went on a training trip already once and used SAP Concur, and it was real convenient. You know, you got the receipt for each meal, took the picture right there on the spot, loaded it up automatically into SAP Concur. When I got back, all the receipts were there waiting for me. I just had to put them in to the report. So you log on the same way. And you open up the request. You go to the request that you're working with for whatever trip you took, and there will be, once the request is approved for travel, this button comes up and it says that you want to create an expense report. So you click on that, and so here you're able to add the expenses of what actually happened, right? And so you'll have a date, purpose, anything with an asterisk is required, the user type. Yeah, so like employee travel or student travel, vendor name like McDonald's or whatever you ate, city where it happened, payment type. So the payment types are paid by La Jolla P card if you were issued a P card, paid by employee if you paid it, or cash advance. So I believe you only get reimbursed if you select paid by employee. If you select one of the other two, then you're not going to get a reimbursement, right? And so the amount of whatever the amount was for that particular expense, which in this case, what was chosen was breakfast, right? And depending on what you choose as the expense type, it's going to change what you have to enter, right? And you also here, you would add a receipt. So this is student travel, right? So with the student, you actually have to enter the number of travelers and the amount. For hotel, you're going to have a date range. And the vendor is the hotel you stayed at, the payment type, paid by whatever method here. Like I used the paid cash because I paid for it and then I got reimbursed, right? And of course you upload your receipt, and it will ask you to itemize, most likely, I believe. I think this is required for the hotel, where you have to put in, like, you can say it's a recurring itemization, the same every night, or you can put not the same, right? So if it was the same every night, you enter this once, like how much you paid for each night, how much the tax was, and of course your receipt needs to match that. It says here, do not put state sales tax on the report. So it's the same rules as always, right? We don't pay state sales tax, only local tax. So then card mileage. Again, there's the distance, the round trip mileage chart. We encourage that one. If it's not available, then you have a mileage calculator. User type, again, employee travel, from and to, and the distance. So once you entered all your expenses, you click submit report. When you click submit report, it asks you, are you sure this is true and correct, and you click that and it sends it for approval to your approval. Now, on the expense side, it doesn't go through the complete approval chain. It just goes to, like, if you're at a campus, it goes to your principal. If you're in a department, it goes to your whoever's in charge of that budget. But it doesn't go through all the steps like on the request side. And that's it. Any questions on submitting for reimbursement? All right, so same phone numbers. Contact your secretary or department head. If you need more help, there are some numbers you can call.